You know, tonight, this is a night we thought the focus would be on basketball, but instead, once again, the spotlight has been stolen by another round orange thing. We had a whole plan for this show tonight. We had the new head of U.S. terror prevention, this guy Thomas Fugate, who's 22 years old, seen here posing for his fake ID before being hired. Thomas Fugate graduated from college 12 months ago. Before that, he was a gardener in his neighborhood and a grocery store clerk, and now he's overseeing our government's main hub for terrorism prevention. Wow. Let's look at that headshot one more time. Hello, ladies. Would you like to buy some lemonade? Here's a photo of the president meeting his new top terror guy. Are we counting hours playing Fortnite as military experience now? We're about 5 days away from the Treasury being handed over to the Rizzler. And while you might think that putting a kid in charge of monitoring Al-Qaeda and whatnot might be the craziest story of the day, on this day you would be so very wrong. Yesterday, Elon Musk fired a couple of shots at the big, beautiful bill Trump's desperately trying to jam down our throats. Uncharacteristically, Trump did not respond. He didn't take the bait. If anything, he seemed to be in hiding. He had no press conferences. He didn't post about it. He almost behaved like, dare I say, the President of the United States. Unfortunately for him, he had a visit scheduled with the German Chancellor today, and that would have been a fun area of discussion for the show tonight, too, because he said a whole bunch of nutty stuff. He said some dumb things about D-Day. He claimed the price of eggs is down 400%. He said gasoline is down to $1.98 a gallon, which is not even close to true. And then, of course, reporters asked him about Elon, and Trump started pecking away cautiously. He said he was disappointed in Elon. Talked about how well they got along. He said Elon, he was upset about incentives for electric vehicles being cut. And Elon was watching this, I guess, because he started tweeting responses to each statement Trump made about him in real time. He said Trump was lying. He said that without him, Trump would have lost the election. Trump then posted that Elon was wearing thin. He asked him to leave, and he went crazy. Trump threatened to terminate Musk's government contracts, and then Elon Musk went absolutely nuclear. He tweeted, let's put that up on the big screen. Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein Files. That is the real reason they've not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Whoa. You know, I knew this day would come, and yet somehow it's even better than I imagined. It's like coming down the stairs on Christmas morning and finding a second tree. And lest anyone think he was trolling, Musk added, mark this post for the future, the truth will come out. Man, oh man, Vader turns on the Emperor again. That's a serious accusation. What does Elon know? What evidence could there possibly be that Trump was in league with Jeffrey Epstein, other than this and this? And, well, who could forget this video that Elon went ahead and posted today of Don and Jeff getting their freak off at a party. I don't know what information Elon has, but I doubt he's just making it up, because if it's not true, he could get sued for $1 zillion for something like this. It also makes this response that Trump had to a question he was asked almost a year ago when he was running a lot more interesting.
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah. I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so, because, you know, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there, because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world.
And you know that is a man who is very careful about spreading phony stuff. I mean, just ask Robot Joe Biden. I mean, just ask the cats and dogs those illegal immigrants had for lunch. He's super careful about phony. There was so much wild back and forth today. I did something I almost never do today. I went on Twitter, okay? I don't know if he's scared, but Trump is still trying to play it cool. After the Epstein post, he wrote, I don't mind Elon turning against me, but he should have done so months ago. I agree. Should have done so during the election is what he should have done. Musk also agreed with a post that said Trump should be impeached and replaced with JD Vance, which means JD better get that waterproof eyeliner out of the drawer because he's in a bit of a fix. He is going to have to pledge allegiance to a master fast. Just a few days ago, Elon was in the Oval Office. Trump gave him a key to the White House. He said all these nice things. In February, Elon tweeted, "I love Donald Trump as much as a straight man can love another man." They couldn't quit each other. It was like Wokeback Mountain with these two. And now it's all gone. And battle lines are being drawn. Steve Bannon said Elon Musk is an illegal alien, should be deported immediately. Alex Jones went down the middle. He tweeted, "God help us all." Even Kanye West took a break from designing his new line of summer swastikas to say, "Bros, please, no, we love you both so much." That's when you know things are nuts, when the guy trying to bring everyone together is Kanye West. I feel bad for Donald Trump. I mean, first he lost Jeffrey Epstein, now Elon, he's running out of friends. This is so hard for everyone, except me, of course. This is great for me. But, you know, yesterday the MAGAs were working hard to downplay any possibility of a rift between their king and their benefactor, none more so than the human cantaloupe Carl Higbie of Newsmax, who saw all this as part of a brilliant diabolical plan.
This is just my theory, but I've recently been pretty right about a lot of things, so I'm just going to roll with it. I think Trump might be working in tandem with Elon here to tank his own bill in a 4D chess move.
Nope. That to me sums it all up. These dumb guys are so dumb, they assume that other dumb guys like Trump are geniuses. Like when you pull a coin out of a kid's ear and he thinks you're magic. That's Carl Higbie. And what makes it even weirder is there's a huge faction of the MAGAverse that is obsessed with the Jeffrey Epstein case. They see anything, they see any list of names, any lunatic posts anywhere online, they treat them like they're the Dead Sea Scrolls. But now, you've got one MAGA hero accusing another MAGA hero of withholding the Epstein Files because he himself is a part of them. And what do? I can't wait to find out. My prediction, at the end of this, one of them's in a cell with Diddy. That's what I think happens. It's day 17 of the Diddy trial in New York today. The judge threatened to ban Diddy from the courtroom for nodding and making faces at the jury. You're not allowed to do that. Yesterday, a friend of Diddy's former girlfriend testified that Diddy once held her over a 17th-story balcony, which is especially dangerous when you have that much baby oil on your hands. This is a courtroom sketch of Brianna Bongolan demonstrating what she claims Diddy did, which is scary as hell, but it also looks like Diddy's watching her do the YMCA dance. And then we had the other big court battle, game one of the NBA Finals between Indiana and Oklahoma City. The Pacers and the Thunder. These two teams being in the finals is like when the last two drunks at the bar go home together. You're like, good for them. They found each other. People are saying that, I guess people who are not like serious basketball fans say the series isn't as interesting as the Knicks or Celtics against the Lakers or Warriors because the teams are in smaller cities. But I don't think these people realize Indiana and Oklahoma are two of the biggest markets for soybean byproducts. Nothing? That's not exciting? Okay. Well, maybe this is something. According to a new study from the American Medical Association, use of cannabis among senior citizens increased 46% over 2 years. That's right. And you thought old people drove slow before. They say older Americans are using weed to improve sleep, to reduce pain, and to give them a break from the collective nightmare we're all trying to stay alive through. But it's interesting that marijuana is suddenly like a grandma and grandpa thing, and we thought it might be a good idea to find out for ourselves if this is true. So right now, outside our theater, we've rounded up 3 people from the street. One of the people you're looking at is high, and when we come back, we're going to try to figure out which one as we play Who's High on Hollywood Boulevard right after this. So check it out. Guillermo, do you know how many subscribers we have on YouTube now?
20 million.
That's right. Yeah, that's why we're wearing these glasses. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not, help us get to 20,000,001.